Absolutely, like I agree. I think in my experience, whenever something happens big, as you said, like in the world, like anything happens related to Muslim people, we kind of scramble for like Muslim writers who are writing on these topics, or you commission them to, oh, I want you to write about terrorism, or I want you to write about the hijab, or I want you to write about this. And for me, for a long time, I felt a responsibility, a huge responsibility, and I took this on, this huge thing about having to combat these really negative portrayals of people like me or that look like me, and you kind of get to this stage where you're just really exhausted because you have all these things that you're trying to fight, and it's like, but what about what I really wanted to write about? And when I got to that stage, I just thought I just have to realize that I can't do it all, and so just sticking, for me anyway, just sticking with the really small things in my life and being able to make that into poetry and giving myself the right to turn that into poetry, because I didn't. I thought, oh, this is too small, there's no way this could be a poem. Like I can't write about my day, I can't do that. I have to write about something much bigger because it's from me, because when I stand on the stage, people expect it from me because I wear a hijab. And then for a brief period of time, I just thought, I'm going to be really, really rebellious. Like I'm going to rebel against this, and you're going to expect something, and then you're going to get completely something different. And I still wasn't living within what I wanted. I was still reacting to people's expectations of me. So now I think just taking time back and giving myself the time, I think, to write.
I think I was really lucky in two main ways at the beginning of my writing career. Which was in 2010. I was part of the first thing which happened before 2010, it happened before I was born, which was that my family is so mixed up. Like everyone is from absolutely everywhere. Like my dad is Egyptian, but within that Egyptianness is obviously the same heritage things that come from any country that's been colonised, and there's Turkish and there's Kosovan and there's who knows what else. He pops out a new one all the time. It's like, oh yes, and somebody came from Yugoslavia many years ago. I'm like, what? So now I'm part of Yugoslavia too? Oh, I didn't even know that one. And then my mum's dad is from Guyana in South America, and that's also his dad was half Madeiran, half Amerindian, so literally half he was an indentured labourer from Madeira, but coming from the coloniser area to then get married and have children with somebody who was an Amerindian person indigenous to Guyana. And then his mum was like an orphan, so nobody knew where her family were from, but she just looked kind of mixed up. So in a way that's like really confusing as to what that's authentic for me to write about. So it gave me a freedom in a way of just being like, well, I'm just going to write about anything and let everyone and everything, because why not? There's no way that I'm going to write a character with the exact same background as me, because then it just will be me all the time. And I don't really like writing autobiographical stuff that much. I've done it a couple of times, but generally it's, I prefer to make characters up even in poetry. And the second thing was that I joined the Royal Court Young Writers Group, which at the time they had a British Muslim young writers group, which they don't do anymore because they have opened it up so much that the hope is that these sort of schemes are no longer needed. But in that group, it was amazing because the Royal Court at the time was like being on the Royal Court Young Writers course as someone who wanted to write drama was like a trajectory that was planned from when you were like 5 and you was like, I don't know, going to theatre with your mum and dad. And the great thing about our group was like nobody had planned it, everyone was just totally blagging it. We were like, just saw this advert somewhere and thought, yeah, let's like send in a few things. So I was in a group of like 20 other people with Muslim heritage who were British from all over the world in terms of backgrounds, who all just who felt like they were being pushed to tell these certain stories, but because there was such a mass of us at such an early stage of our career, like nobody knew who we were, nobody was going to hear what we had to say except for us in that group, we sort of pushed each other out of what was being expected of us. And so in the end I put on in the basement of a bar, I put on a selection of our plays, and none of them touched on anything overtly political. or anything that had been expected when this group was created. So that was a sort of introduction to how easy it is actually if you are surrounded by people who support you and who, like you can just talk to them about how you feel the expectations are from an industry, that you can just do something outside of that.
When I was writing my book, my sole responsibility, rather selfishly, was to myself. And writing a character that I felt didn't really exist in books, about a hijabi Muslim woman who lives in London, works in London, who's observant of faith, and doesn't, as I said before, doesn't suffer any kind of identity crisis. So my responsibility was completely to myself. It was kind of an act of catharsis, because I was fed up of reading about Muslim women and honour killings and oppression and running away and all that kind of stuff. I didn't want to deal with any of that. And I suppose you can't. There are certain things that you can't divorce from your reality, and being a Muslim writer, I suppose, is something that I can't get away from, and I don't really want to get away from, because I find that literature is a great medium by which I can explore that identity and really think about what it means to be Muslim in Britain today. So for me, I want to stick to writing about Muslim characters, because I feel like there are so many different aspects of being a Muslim. There's just, there's not just the Muslim hijabi aspect, there are all sorts of Muslims out there. I want to stick to that for now, and I want to explore that in different settings. Hopefully then widen the kind of literary narrative of Muslims in literature.